Hello children. We start with the next topic, similar triangles. Now, we have learned this in our previous classes last year, what are similar triangles and what are the conditions for two triangles to be similar. You have two triangles as shown in the figure 1.45, triangle ABC and triangle DEF. If angle A is congruent to angle D, angle B is congruent to angle E, and angle C is congruent to angle F, and the sides are in proportion, the corresponding sides, that is AB upon DE is equal to BC upon EF equal to AC upon DF, then triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF, for ABC corresponds to DEF. Okay, you call these two triangles similar, ABC similar to DEF, when these two conditions are satisfied. Which is the first condition? Condition number 1, the corresponding angle should be congruent. That is, angle A congruent to angle D, angle B congruent to angle E, and angle C congruent to angle F. Condition number 2, the corresponding sides should be in proportion. That's AB upon DE equal to BC upon EF equal to AC upon DF. Okay. So then you call the two triangles to be similar. Now, there are some tests for similarity of triangles. The first one is called AAA test. Now, what it means is, if you have two triangles ABC and PQR, for the correspondence ABC corresponds to PQR, then if angle A is congruent to angle P, angle B congruent to angle Q, and angle C congruent to angle R, then you say that the two triangles are similar. Now, instead of having AAA test, all three angles to be congruent, even if you have two corresponding angles which are congruent, you can say that the two triangles are similar. Why? What is the reason for it? Because we know that the sum of all angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So if you have two angles similar to the corresponding two angles of another triangle, the third angle automatically becomes congruent, right? So instead of all three angles being congruent, you can also have AA test. That means any two angles of one triangle are congruent to corresponding two angles of the other triangle. Then you can call the two triangles to be similar. Okay, so that's the first test, AA test. Now the second test is called SAS test of similarity of triangles. As the name suggests, you have the first side which is in proportion, which is equal to another side also in the same proportion, and the included angle between these two sides should also be congruent. Then you call the two triangles to be similar by SAS test. We'll read it out. For a given correspondence of vertices of two triangles, if two pairs of corresponding sides are in the same proportion and the angles between them are congruent, then the two triangles are similar. Now in this case, example, triangle KLM and triangle RST. You have angle KLM congruent to angle RST. Now these two angles are included between the two sides KL and LM, and in the other triangle RS and ST. Okay. Next, what is KL upon RS? It's 1 upon 1.5. And on the other side, LM upon ST, that is 2 upon 3. Are both of them equal? Now 1 upon 1.5, when you solve it, when you multiply both numerator and denominator by 10, you get 10 upon 15, which is 2 upon 3. And therefore, both these ratios are 2 by 3. So you have the corresponding two sides are in the same proportion, and the included angle between these two sides are congruent. Therefore, the two triangles are similar by SAS test. Okay. Excuse me. Next, we have the next test for similarity of triangles, that's SSS test. Now, here again, we have another two sets of triangles, PQR and XYZ. For a given correspondence of vertices of two triangles, when three sides of a triangle are in proportion to corresponding three sides of another triangle, then the two triangles are similar. Now in this case, you have two triangles PQR and XYZ. Now, if the sides, that is PQ upon YZ equal to QR upon XY equal to PR upon XZ, you can call these two triangles similar because the corresponding sides are in proportion. Okay. Now here the correspondence is not given. The correspondence is PQR corresponds to ZYX. Okay. Then you have the two corresponding sides are as equal for both the triangles PQR and XYZ. Okay. Now, these are the three tests. So what are the three tests? Let's quickly revise. The first one was AA test. Second is SAS test. And the third one is SSS test. Okay. Now, the next we have properties of similar triangles. If a triangle is similar to the same triangle, the property is called reflexivity. Triangle ABC similar to triangle ABC. Then, if triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF, then triangle DEF also is similar to triangle ABC. The property is called symmetry. And the third, triangle ABC similar to triangle DEF. Triangle DEF similar to a third triangle GHI. Then the first triangle ABC similar to the third triangle GHI. Because of the common triangle DEF, the property is called transitivity. Okay. Now this is just a revision because we have learned about this in the case of segments. Exactly the same holds true even for triangles. All right. So we have learned the properties. Now there are few solved examples. As I tell you always, solved examples are to be done by you. You need to solve them on your own. The answers are there given to you. They are very simple. We'll do all the questions from the exercise. So let's quickly start with the exercise 1.3, question number 1. In the figure, angle ABC is 75 degrees. Angle EDC is equal to 75 degrees. State which two triangles are similar and by which test. Also, write the similarity of these two triangles by a proper one-to-one correspondence. Now, which are the two triangles which you can see in the figure? You have ACB and you have ECD. All right, you have these two triangles in the figure 1.55. Now, by which test do you feel are the two triangles similar? That's number one question. And you have to state the test by which the two triangles are similar. And second, you have also to write what is a one-to-one correspondence. Now, what does one-to-one correspondence mean? I have explained this to you before also. I'll still explain this once again to you. What does one-to-one correspondence mean? What it means is, now let's consider these two triangles, BCA, and you have DCE. These are the two triangles which are there. Now you have to say whether these two triangles are, find out whether they are similar. Now, first of all, angle ABC is congruent to angle CDE because both of them are 75 degrees. So that's one set of angles which are congruent to each other. Can you find out another set of angles which are congruent in both these triangles? There is a common angle for both the triangles, and that's angle C. So if I consider triangle ABC, you have angle ACB, which is congruent to angle DCE. Okay. So in these two triangles, I have two triangles which are congruent. One, angle ABC congruent to angle CDE. One. Second, angle ACB is congruent to angle ECD. That's the second. Therefore, the two triangles are similar by AA test. So, I have proved the first part of your question. The two triangles are similar by which test? AA test. Now, what is a one-to-one correspondence? What does it mean? What it means is, now see, when I consider the vertex D, since that's 75, I must also consider at the same time for the other triangle, the vertex B, because that's 75. Okay. Next, when I consider the vertex C for the first triangle, that's a small one, I must consider C even for the big triangle. What is left is E and A. So my answer will be C, D, E corresponds to C, B, A. Children, am I clear? I'll explain this once again. The first triangle, the small one, CDE. The big triangle is CBA. Now correspondence, when you say the vertices should correspond to each other. Since C is common for both, for the small triangle if I take C, for the big triangle also I take C. For the small triangle when I take D, since it's 75, for the big triangle I'll take B. What is left now? For the small triangle it's E and for the big triangle it's A. So the correspondence is CDE corresponds to CBA. So this is how you have to do it. And what is the sign of correspondence? You have a line with arrows on both the sides. That's the sign for correspondence. Now let's see how to do this. Now here I have drawn the figure. Consider triangle BCA and triangle DCE. Now when I take these two triangles, I have angle CBA congruent to angle CDE. Both of them are 75 degrees given. Second, angle BCA congruent to angle DCE. That's a common angle, right? Therefore, triangle BCA is similar to triangle DCE by AA test. And what is the correspondence? BCA corresponds to DCE. See, you can write the correspondence in any way. I had first told you it is CBA to CDE. You can also write it as BCA to DCE. Why? B corresponds to 75 degrees. The same angle for the small triangle is D. So I've written D first. C is common for both. So C comes in the second place as the vertex. What is left? A is left for the big triangle. E is left for the small triangle. So BCA corresponds to DCE. Children, I hope it's clear to all of you. Okay. We go to the second question. Now your second question is like this. You have two triangles given, PQR and LMN. You have the values for the two triangles given. Your question is, you have to find out whether the triangles are similar and by which test are the two triangles similar. Now, since all the three sides are given to you, the only option that you have is to find the ratio of the corresponding sides. So PQ upon LM, you will find 6 upon 3, you get 2 upon 1. QR upon MN, you will find 8 upon 4, 2 upon 1. PR upon LN is 10 upon 5, which is 2 upon 1. Now, since these ratios are coming equal, which is 2 upon 1, triangle PQR is similar to triangle LMN by SSS test. That's it. Okay, so this is how you have to do. Next, for question number 3, we'll go to the take the textbook. Yeah. Question number 3, as shown in figure 1.57, two poles of height 8 meter and 4 meter are perpendicular to the ground. If the length of the shadow of the smaller pole due to sunlight is 6 meters, then how long will be the shadow of the bigger pole at the same time? So PR and AC are the poles, QR and BC are the shadows respectively. Now we know that the pole and the shadow, since it falls onto the ground, the shadow is cast on the ground by the pole. The angle that's formed between the pole and the shadow is 90 degrees. Okay. Therefore, you have these two triangles similar by SAS test. And hence, I can use that test for similarity to do that question. Okay. I'll show you how to do it. Question number 3. Drawn like this. PR and AC are the poles, QR and BC are the shadows cast respectively of the poles. Now in triangle PQR and triangle ABC, triangle PQR is similar to triangle ABC by SAS test, I told you. Therefore, I can take the sides in proportion, PR upon AC equal to QR upon BC. They are the corresponding sides of similar triangles. Henceforth, I'll write it as CSST. Okay. corresponding sides of similar triangles, CSST. Substituting the values, 4 upon 8 equal to 6 upon x. Cross multiply, I get my value as 12 meters. Final answer, the height of the shadow of the bigger pole is 12 meters. Okay. Question number 4. You have a figure drawn like this. You are given AP is parallel to BC, PQ is parallel to AC. You have to prove triangle CPA similar to triangle CQB. You are given certain values, AP is 7, BQ is 8, BC is 12. You have to find AC. Now the first part of the question says you have to prove triangle CPA similar to triangle CQB. Look at both the triangles closely, CPA and CQB. Can I find at least two conditions of similarity between them? The first thing I get, angle CPA is congruent to angle CQB, which is 90 degrees, that's given. Second, I find angle C coming common in both the triangles, and so I can write angle PCA congruent to angle QCB, which is a common angle. Therefore, triangle CPA is similar to triangle CQB by AA test. Now children, whenever you write two triangles similar, always try to write it in terms of correspondence. Now for example, here I started with vertex C. Then I went on to P, which is 90 degrees. The third vertex left is A. Similarly, for the other triangle, since C is common, I started with C. Q is the angle 90 degrees, so P should correspond to Q. So I wrote Q. What is left is B. So CPA similar to triangle CQB by AA test. What happens is when you write it in this way, you have no reason to go wrong when you write the sides in proportion. Okay. So I can easily write, see, CP upon CQ. I think I've told this before also to you how to write. When you have two triangles which are similar, look at the first two vertices, CP upon CQ, which is equal to PA. Now I'm writing the second and the third vertex, PA upon QB. That's equal to the third. What? CA. That's the first and the third. CA upon CB. It becomes very easy. There's no confusion. You don't have to find out which vertex corresponds to what later if you write this in the first place correctly. Okay. I hope you have understood how to do it. Now, after you finish, just substitute the values, whatever they've given you. 7 upon 8 equal to CA upon 12. Cross multiply, you get your answer. CA is 10.5. Okay. So that's question number 4. Question number 5 is like this. You are given a trapezium. Okay, we'll go to the question in the textbook once. Question number 5. There's a trapezium PQRS. Side PQ is parallel to side SR. You are given AR is 5 times AP, AS is 5 times AQ. Prove that SR is 5 times PQ. Okay, this is your question. Now let's go and see how to do it. Question number 5. Now, you are given that PQRS is a trapezium. Therefore, one pair of sides, opposite sides are parallel. They've given you side PQ is parallel to side SR. Okay. You are given AR is 5 times AP, AS is 5 times AQ. You have to prove SR is 5 times PQ. Now, which two triangles must I consider? You will consider triangle PAQ and triangle RAS. Now, why do we do this? Now, since you know side PQ is parallel to side SR and PR is the transversal, which two triangles do you think are congruent? You have a pair of alternate angles over there, QPA and ARS. I have marked it with similar signs. I've drawn a small circle for both of them, and those two angles are congruent because they form a pair of alternate angles, right? Similarly, PQ is parallel to SR. Consider QS to be the transversal. Which two pairs of angles are again alternate? I have marked it with a cross. Angle PQA and angle ASR are again alternate angles which are congruent, right? Now, when I consider these two triangles, that is APQ and ARS, I have these two triangles. which are similar to each other because of AA test, because I have two triangles similar to the other two corresponding angles in the other triangle. The third obviously becomes congruent. They are vertically opposite. You don't have to mention it. Okay. So I write in triangle PAQ and triangle RAS. Now look at the way I've written these two triangles. It is in correspondence. How? P, it's marked with a circle, corresponds to R, also marked with that circle. A is common in both. So I have written A. What is remaining? Q and S, which are corresponding, correct? So in triangles PAQ and RAS, you have side PQ parallel to side SR. Therefore, angle APQ is congruent to angle ARS, alternate angles. Angle AQP congruent to angle ASR, again alternate angles. Therefore, the two triangles are similar by AA test. Therefore, I write the sides of these similar triangles in proportion. As I told you, if you write these three vertices correctly, it becomes very easy for you to write the sides in proportion. I write the first two, PA upon RA, equal to the second and the third, AQ upon AS, equal to the first and the third, PQ upon RS. And therefore, I get the sides in proportion. Now, it's given to me AR is equal to 5 times AP. Now, 1 upon 5 is AP upon AR. Now, what have I done? I have got that AR below AP and I'm taking 5 to the other side. When I take AR below, the number 1 remains there. This 5, when it goes down, goes to the denominator, gives me 1 by 5. So, 1 by 5 is equal to AP by AR. Similarly, for the other one, AS is equal to 5 AQ. So, 1 upon 5 equal to AQ upon AS. Okay. Now, why have I done this? To substitute in equation number 1. See, I have a PA upon RA, which is the same as AP upon AR. So in that place, I'll substitute 1 by 5. Same way for the second ratio, AQ upon AS, 1 by 5. So from there, I get 1 by 5 is equal to PQ upon RS. Cross multiply, RS is equal to 5 times PQ. That is proved. And that's exactly what needs to be proved. SR or RS is equal to 5 times PQ. Okay, so that's how I do question number 5. Now question number 6, I have not done it. I have just drawn the figure that's very similar to question number 5. See, in trapezium ABCD, AB parallel to CD. The diagonals AC and BD intersect at point O. AB is 10, CD is 6, OB is 15, find OB. Now, if you have understood the previous question, this is exactly similar to it. Now, this is a trapezium. You are given AB parallel to CD. Now, which two triangles must be proved similar? COD and AOB. And why will it be similar? Same reason. They are opposite sides are parallel. They are two transversals. You find two set of alternate angles, right? And therefore, the triangles are similar by AA test. Once you prove the two triangles similar, you're going to write the sides in proportion. And you know how to do it. First, you will write in correspondence and therefore you will write the triangles in proportion. Once the sides are written in proportion, you have 3 values given to you. You have to find the 4th one. So children, that's for your homework and you're going to do it by yourself. It's exactly similar to 5 and I don't see any reason why you should have any difficulty doing it. Okay. So now let's go to question number 7. Quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. Point E is on the side BC. Line BE intersects ray AB at the point T. You have to prove DE into BE equal to CE into TE. Now, what you have to understand here is ABCD is a parallelogram. What's the property of a parallelogram? You have opposite sides parallel to each other. Now, in this case, how will we use this property to solve this question? You have AD parallel to BC. Look at the figure closely, children, and understand what I'm saying. AD is parallel to BC. Similarly, you will have AB parallel to DC. Okay, AB parallel to DC. Now, AB has been extended up to the point T. That means even AT is parallel to DC. Now, when you look at the figure AT parallel to DC, do you find any set of angles there which could be congruent? Yes. Which is that set of angles which are congruent? Now see, look at the figure here. You have angle ATD, which is congruent to CDT because they form a pair of alternate angles, isn't it? Yes. So I'll explain to you how I've done it. Since quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram, AB is parallel to CD. Therefore, AT is parallel to DC. Okay. Now, angle ATE is congruent to angle CDT. They are alternate angles because DT is transversal and AT is parallel to DC, right? Now, take these two triangles. Which triangle? BTE and CDE. In these two set of triangles, you have angle BTE congruent to angle CDE. Now, how can I say that? See, A, B and T are collinear points. Therefore, A dash, B dash, T. D, E, T are collinear points, D dash, E dash, T. And therefore, I can write angle BTE congruent to angle CDE. Okay. They are alternate angles. Now, which is the next pair of angles which are congruent? Vertically opposite angles, angle BET and angle CED. Therefore, the two triangles are similar by AA test. Now, write the sides in proportion. See, even here if you observe, how have I written it in correspondence? BTE. Now, B corresponds to C over there. T corresponds to D because they alternate. So they both are equal. So where T comes here, D should come in that place for the other triangle. E of course is common for both. So even if you are unable to do it, if you can get 2, the third one you have to just place it in that position. You get the set of triangles. Okay, correspondence. Now once you get it, write the sides in proportion. BT upon CD equal to TE upon DE equal to BE upon CE. CSST, corresponding sides of similar triangles. Now, to get the answer to that they have asked, you need to consider the second and the third ratio, cross multiply it, and you have got the answer what they have asked. DE into BE equal to CE into TE. That's it. So that's question number 7. Next, we go to question number 8. Now this is a very simple sum. I haven't done it for you. You're supposed to be doing it on your own. Question number 8. In the figure, segment AC and segment BD intersect each other at point P and AP upon CP equal to BP upon DP. Prove that the triangles ABP is similar to triangle CDP. When you look at the two triangles, you are already given AP upon CP equal to BP upon DP. You have two set of sides, corresponding sides, which are already in proportion. Now, which is one more condition that you need for the two triangles to be similar? They are vertically opposite angles. Which two angles? Angle APB is congruent to angle CPD, right? And therefore, they being vertically opposite angles, the two triangles are similar by SAS test. And that's it. Okay. So you will write AP upon CP in the two triangles ABP and CDP. AP upon CP equal to BP upon DP, that's given. You will also write angle APB is equal to angle CPD, vertically opposite angles. Therefore, the triangles are similar by SAS test. That's all is your answer. We go to question number 9. In the figure, in triangle ABC, point D is on side BC such that angle BAC equal to angle ADC. You have to prove this. CA square equal to CB into CD. By now, children, you all must have understood how the tests of similarity have to be used, and we have to prove what they have asked us. Now, in this particular question also, you have triangle BAC and triangle ADC. Now, how must I write it? Angle A corresponds to angle D because both of them are given congruent. So, when I write BAC and ADC, A is written in the second position, write D in the second position for the second triangle. C is common for both. I put C at the third place. In the second triangle also put C at the third place. What is left? B in the first place, A at the first place. That's it. Okay. So this is how you judge how to take the two triangles. So in triangle BAC and triangle ADC, you have angle BAC congruent to angle ADC given. Angle BCA congruent to angle ACD, common angle. Therefore, triangle BAC is similar to triangle ADC by AA test. Write down the sides in proportion. BA upon AD equal to AC upon DC equal to BC upon AC. CSST. Children, I hope this is clear to you. Now, what have they asked? CA square. Look at the three ratios. Find out which two should I take to get CA square. Obviously, you have to take the second and the third ratio. So when I cross multiply, I get AC square is equal to DC into BC, or CA square is equal to CB into CD, and hence proved. So with this, we finish with question number 9. That means we finished with all the questions in this exercise 1.3. Okay. So the third exercise basically dealt with what is similarity of triangles, what are the conditions for similarity of triangles. You had 3 tests, AA, SAS and SSS. Okay. Now understand this, learn it properly, and then you will do all these questions in exercise 1.3. So that's for today, children. Thank you.